what a strong warning akwa Attorney General otemwa MPP for omotata omo the kind of the level of political persecution ekoso no enya de omani je ho because nan say update aba say Prophet Roger or the updates bi aba say chema Wontumi koye say 2 other NPP mpanimfo mienu bi so omo beto aso Emma ofonsa yire bi MP kra so be kasaye say watete ne mframam say ebi mo kika say mo na mo se no den no we will come after you. And the Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markins will say they should be careful. 2020 NDC can be in opposition. And the name of ye bail conditions are kesian name of moye in omuheye. We someone Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markins edit to draw or parliament. It quickly no yabeka kotie and some of the two draw or parliament. Ya ba bobo hu e de amamo. Na minority and so in parliament taxes being so eba. Enti yanko tie Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markins ni one no de ma Attorney General yaba na yaba beto so e de amamo.
Let me serve a warning to the Attorney General that the ravening clouds shall no longer be victorious. They shall not long possess the sky. Be careful. 2028, you'll be in opposition. 2028. If you are not careful, Mr. Speaker, if you don't stop now, you will go and meet Wontumi there, and Wontumi will be out, and you will go in. So I'm advising you, let us all be measured. We welcome the reforms by the Finance Minister, and for the first time, he did something patriotic by acknowledging the digitalization reforms we introduced in government payments. Today he has acknowledged it. Mr. Speaker, we commend you for acknowledging MPP. We commend you, but you can do better. Tell your government to free all political prisoners. Dr. Atu Forsen, tell your government to free all political prisoners. Wontumi deserve justice. Camilla Al-Azhar deserve justice. The MPs behind me that you have lined them up for persecution. Listen, you can decide to imprison every MP. It will not shut us down. We will criticize you. We will hold your feet to account. And we'll make sure.
In the 2026 media budget review, I say, and some way in a course was. See, I'm not say was send a strong warning. The ama the majority in parliament. So muheye said your musi your money amano or muheye na 2028. Definitely they are going to be in opposition. Na so musu ko oppositioner or mu ason ebetimi ayeshe. Now 2026 budget review na say. Ena ye kinkain edi MIA finance minister abe kinkain sem edi MIA on ye budget 2026 half a year no obe review ye edi MIA kire de ya spend any ye ko yenim the remaining half of the year no saying ena niam be ye na minority for omo expose the majority in parliament and the finance minister say omo I introduce a very new tax so one pay attention and ask am kan won sheda ntini ye but according to me kind of offense I be MP or the some about to job. Some way somehow they have introduced new taxes in the 2026 budget review. You know, it's quickly the yanko na yanko tie honorable Kojo Ponkrom and some of the two on the new taxes that is being introduced after say ye ready 2026 half year budget review. Yanko tie no nyamra sisi.
Those are 8 taxes that this government introduced. Yet today, the minister was telling you they hadn't introduced new taxes. Even today, if you didn't pay attention, you would have missed the fact that he introduced one more tax. He said they are going to remove the tax exemption on bunkering. When you remove the exemption, you have introduced a tax. But this is the Pris0ns settings that they do. They hide it in flowery language. And if you are not careful, you will not realize it. Sinamin talked about the fact that they didn't mention the numbers. This is the first time we have had a media review in which the Minister of Finance refuses to mention the revenue target and actual and the expenditure target and actual. This is the first time. Because the essence of a media review is that you are going to review how you have performed, target to actual. We are in a community of reading men, and so we read. Go to Appendix A, and he tried to hide it there.
And that is the new taxes are Honorable Kojo Ponkroma is trying to expose the majority in parliament. Now another one there's another press conference or the as to what kind of tax has been introduced. And he said, if you are still with us, be with us. Now, Honorable Kojo Ponkroma, because we'll be as to what kind of tax and what type of tax. And count because Senkawan Tewasuya, Nanka won't take, but then they've picked that side of which they feel said there are new taxes that are being introduced. It's quickly could say the extensive interview or press conference that was granted by the minority in parliament after the 2026 mid-year budget review.
Colleagues, I just want to highlight just a few things for your attention. In the minister's presentation, I'm sure you heard him saying that as part of their fiscal reforms, they did not introduce any new taxes. You heard him loud and clear. It is our hope that you do not have a short memory, as they are hoping that you do. Remember, they've told you that the people of Ghana have a short memory. So they can tell you anything, and they believe you would have forgotten the facts. For the records, they introduced a 2% growth and sustainability levy on the gross production of mining companies, a special import levy of 2% on cost, insurance, and freight value of certain goods, and then 15% VAT on non-life insurance premiums. The fourth tax they introduced was the growth and sustainability levy for 2026, 2027, 2028. Then they also introduced the special import levy for 2026, 2027, 2028. And then the 8% Dumso levy, the one they brought almost at midnight, before they brought the petroleum-related levies, and then what we call the fishing levy, the withdrawal of the tax exemption on marine gas oil supply to industrial fishing vessels. Those are 8 taxes that this government introduced. Yet today, the minister was telling you they hadn't introduced new taxes. Even today, if you didn't pay attention, you would have missed the fact that he introduced one more tax. Yeah. He said they are going to remove the tax exemption on bunkering. When you remove the exemption, you have introduced a tax. But this is the Pris0ns settings that they do. They hide it in flowery language. And if you are not careful, you will not realize it. Sinamin talked about the fact that they didn't mention the numbers. This is the first time we have had a mid-year review in which the Minister of Finance refuses to mention the revenue target and actual, and the expenditure target and actual. This is the first time. Because the essence of a mid-year review is that you are going to review how you have performed, target to actual. We are in a community of reading men, and so we read. Go to Appendix A, and he tried to hide it there. 2A, he tried to hide it there. The revenue target for the year is 268 billion. Half year is supposed to be 134 billion. You know what the minister did? That's what Minister Amin was referring to. He deliberately understated it that half year is supposed to be 126 billion. So that when he tells you that his half year actual is 124, you would think he has only missed it by 2 billion. But actually, the difference between 134 billion and 124 billion is 10 billion. That is a 7% shortfall on revenue. Yesterday, when we met you, we told you that they are manufacturing the primary balance and the overall fiscal balance. And we'll prove to you. When you go to the expenditure side, what you couldn't mention on the floor, the one is hidden in the appendices. Total expenditure is 302 billion. Half year is supposed to be 158. That 158 includes the 35 Agenda 111 buildings they promised to do. It includes some of the contractors that they are supposed to pay under big push. It includes their flagship programs like the 1 million coders, Jumerura, 24-hour economy, all of those ones. You will be heartbroken to find out that half year 158 billion, they have actually only released 127 billion. The difference is 31 billion Ghana cedis. You know what 31 billion Ghana cedis can do to create jobs, to impact lives? And that's a 20% shortfall on expenditure. This is how they are manufacturing the overall balance. This is how he's able to now tell you that, oh, the deficit is now this way and the primary balance is now this way, because he's suppressing expenditure in the most critical sectors. I just want to speak about two other issues and then I'll yield to my colleagues. The minister also looked the people of Ghana in the face and told us that this is the first time that the Ghanaian economy has hit about $100 billion. Literally, if you do the conversion, about 1 trillion Ghana cedis. In 2024, we went past that mark. We went past 1 trillion in 2024. Why would you look the people of Ghana in the face and tell us this blatant untruth? It is because they are hoping that you will forget the figures. But we on this side of the house, we pay attention to the details. This is the first time that the minister has mentioned growth. Yes, 6.4, but has not been able to disaggregate that growth and tell you the sources. Remember yesterday we told you that if you disaggregate, it is mostly because of gold, reliance on high gold prices. And that in the minister's own accounting that he did, he said that if your growth is based on gold, it's a galamsey economy. He knows that if he tells you the disaggregated sources, you will figure out that what they are applauding themselves for is a reliance on gold. And so, colleagues, we are here to tell you that just as we mentioned at the beginning, prior to this, they are manufacturing the balances, they are not delivering on their programs.
Enti eno the minority in parliament omo Nsawam edi etudwa na yekokotie mo mutiremu a omo kan budget no fefefe review no fefefe de kire na deep down somewhere there are some taxes bia omo edi aba ni nyina eka ho na ema omo hu ni say the new menkana say the 2026 media budget review omo no omo introduce some new taxes enti no update na that is the update. The minority is exposing the majority in parliament. Some of the new taxes the aba honorable Kojo Ponkroma echechimu the now the education